Okay. So, okay. You're going to mark the top. If you can do this while I'm doing it, okay, got it. Thanks. If you could do it while I'm doing it, it's going to help you. And then you'll be able to save it, okay? So if you could put a line at the top, all right? Put a line at the top, a line in the middle for your 50%, a line at the bottom. All right. So this is broken out for the buy. So where we would be looking to get in this trade is at 61.34. The last time we said it would be good to get in like 15 pips. So 61.34. It's going to be at 61.49. So let's check this one out. And then that entry is going to be blue. Okay. Blue is going to be means a buy entry. And so we're going to change the coordinates to 61.49 and look and see, is that a good area to get in? That's kind of super high up. So I'm going to change it to get in at 6 to do 10. Okay. So this is on your Forex pairs. So 61.34, we're going to try 61.44. Yeah. So if this comes up here, then we're going to enter this trade. All right. So our trade for this one is going to be buy stop entry 61.44. Your TP is going to be 61.54. Okay. Buy stop entry. I'm not going to do buy and sell. So what I'm saying is if the market continues to buy up here, that I want to get in at 61.44, my TP is going to be 61.54. Okay. And my TP, I always make it green for money so that you know that's where we're looking for the money to go. Okay. Any questions? This is a study hall, so I want you to be able to ask your questions. Okay. So this green line is going to be our TP line. Okay. And then this black line at the top is going to be the distance of the Monday box. Right. So I'm saying I don't want to go any higher than this line. I hope that makes sense. Okay. I don't want to go any higher than the Monday box. Questions, talk to me. Now, those of you who need a stop loss, and then I'm just setting up my RSI. I like to make the top RSI blue for 70, and then I do add a 50. Yeah. Yeah. So for the RSI, yeah. No, 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 no. No matter what, the RSI is, yeah, never change my RSI, right? RSI is always going to be 70/30. That's a good question. So I'm going to put that on here too. And again, you can put it on your chart. 70 is your high. So you're going to do a horizontal line. 70 is your high. 50 mid, 30 low. Okay. And so you're always going to do this because you want it, you want to see right now, this is high, right? So we don't want to get in this trade now. We want it to pull back in here. We know once it hits the 70, it's always going to come back. We want it to pull back in here so that it can push up and come out of the Monday box. Does that make sense? Any questions about that? Okay. All right, so I'm going to put this in here for you guys. If you have a question, let me know because it's really important. You want to be able to do this for yourself. And
Dr.
then
Ellie, I have a question.
give me 1 second. I'm going to save this chart and I'm going to put the week, okay? So week so that I can come back to all my charts on here, okay? Week 12, 11. Okay, go ahead with your question.
Okay, as a new trader, in my notes, I have that it needs to come out of the box at least twice before I try to enter that trade. But I noticed your trade is a little, your buy stop entry is a little bit higher. So can you tell me how to determine that?
Okay, so again, what you're talking about for the Monday box is a break and retest. We'd
Okay,
wait for the break and retest for a long-term trade. What I'm talking about right now is a pending order for the
okay,
Monday box. So those are two
gotcha.
different strategies that I've taught.
Okay,
This right now we're doing is a pending order. On the break and retest, we want to see the market come out one, go back down into the box, and come out two. Once it comes out after the second time, we are expecting it to go up to the Monday box. And I'm just going to call this the Monday box high. Okay. We're going to expect it to buy that Monday box high. Okay. So on this trade on NZD I'm not looking to go farther than 6161. And so now I'm getting ready to put in the NZD NZD. And the only thing you always want to check, and then we're getting ready to play with gold. Gold is at 1982. I feel like that's where it was when I got off, finished trading this morning. Um, Gold. Wait, I keep saying gold, right? No, I'm looking for what is this called? NZD. So I'm looking for NZD. Where are you? Why can I see you? And this week, I highly recommend that you put in a stop loss. I know that I'm like, where are you? So it's normally on my screen. I thought I put all of them. Okay, here you go. Okay, so my NZD USD is at 61.36. And this NZ1 USD was at 61.35. Okay, so again, I'm going to click on NZD USD. I'm going to put in my buy stop. I'm here, I'm typing. Okay, I'm going to put in my buy stop. And somebody tell me what's my entry price, please, based on the chart. Oh, guys, the whole pending order is on the screen. You got to be able to do this. Talk to me. Yeah, anyone out of the 40 people on this call, talk to me, please. What is the entry for the buy stop? Can you unmute, please?
Would that be 61361?
61361. That's where the market is right now. So the blue line is always going to be the entry. Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
I
that would be
wrote the
six
actual
one.
pending order on the screen for you guys. The blue line is going to be the entry for a buy. The red line is going to be an entry for a sale. The green line is the
Okay.
take profit.
I'm sorry, I didn't know I was muted. I was trying to answer.
Okay, what is the entry?
The entry is 6144.
Very good. And it's right here, guys. 6144 is the entry, and it's right here in blue. So NZD USD, I'm going to put in buy stop. Under price, I'm going to put in 6144. And then under take profit, somebody else tell me the take profit.
61540.
Very good. 6154 is all you need. Okay. And then your stop loss. Now, if I'm going to get in this trade here, I need to give it time. If it pulls back to the Monday box, I don't want to be in this trade. Okay. So you can determine based on your ratio, right? Your 10% or what percent, right? You can decide where you want your stop loss. Right now, I'm going to make my stop loss the Monday box at the top. So my stop loss is going to be at 61.34. So I'm going to say if this trade pulls back to 61.34, take me out the trade. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions about that? Okay, so NZD USD is looking good. We typically look at the currency strength, and Pitmaster will let me know like which ones are looking like really good, because I'm looking for the ones that are going to break out tonight based off the difference, right? So it looks like USD right now is really weak, AUD and JPY have a lot of power because it's their session. So we're going to look at AUD and JPY pairs. Okay. So AUD USD would be 1. So now that we've marked this chart up.
Yeah, that strength is real good on that one, LA.
Which one was that?
The one you're on, AUD USD is 67/20. AUD has the power.
Oh, that's a perfect one. So let's do this one, everybody. Thank you. So this one is going to be 70 again, is my top, right? And you don't have to color coordinate your RSI, but I like to that's just my thing. Okay. Somebody tell me what's my next coordinate for my RSI?
30.
I'm going to add the 30. That's my low. What else am I going to add?
The 50.
Very good. I'm going to add the 50. And you don't have to add the 50, but I do like to kind of look at the 50 sometimes because it does tell me, it tells me when it's going to turn around, right? So like if you look at it here, typically if it keeps pushing through that 50, like in a more straight way, I know it's probably going to go up here. But if it hits that 50 and turns around, I know it's probably going to come down. So I do like to pay attention to that. So, okay, I've marked up my RSI because I'm not trying to get in way up here. Now I'm going to look at my Monday box. And you know what? I'm just going to put this on 15 minutes. One second. Okay. Sorry, I don't know. My computer's like doing some kind of update right now. Okay, so now I'm going to look at this one. And now I'm going to do what? Can somebody tell me what do you do to the Monday box next?
You mark the top of the box and the bottom of the box and the 50.
Very good. So now I'm going to mark the top of the box. And I'm going to mark the bottom of the box. Okay. And I'm going to mark the 50% line so that I know these areas. Okay. Can someone tell me what my TP is for the entry? Because right now I'm just going to look at a buy stop on AUD USD. And right now the top of the box is at 65.82. Can someone please tell me what the entry is?
66. What did she add? 10 or 5?
65.82 is the top of the box. 65.82 is the top of the box. This is Forex. I'm thinking about gold.
65.92.
Thank you. 65.92 is correct. You take 10 on Forex. Okay. So we're going to be looking to get in this trade for a buy right around here. Okay, I'm going to make that blue because this is my buy entry. Okay, 10. Let me put that on here. I'll put that so you guys have that reminder. Entry is 10 pips on FRX pairs. Okay, so that's your entry, which is going to be, and then I'll put it here so that you can see as well. It's going to be 0.6592. Don't worry about the pipette, which is that last number. Just look at the 4 numbers after the decimal. Okay, so entry is going to be 10 pips on the FRX pairs. 0.6592 is where we're looking to get in. What is our TP going to be?
6602.
6602 is correct. Okay, so I'm going to make that one green, and it's going to be 0.6602. We're only counting by tens. Does that look right to you all? All right, and so now I'm going to write the trade for you. This is a buy stop that I'm getting ready to put in right now. Entry 0.6592. TP 0.6602. Can somebody please tell me my stop loss?
0.6582.
Very good. The top of the Monday box, okay? So there you have it. Questions. If something didn't make sense or you didn't understand what I said, no questions. You got it? All right. Well, let's go ahead and put it in.
I have a
AUD.
question. I
All
just
right.
wanted to make sure that I understand. Now, on when we doing the Japanese, we count our pips from the other point, from a
Yes, I'm
different
going to
point.
do one for you.
Okay.
So, yeah, don't worry. We'll go over that. We only count the last two. All right. So AUD USD, let's check. Always check where the market is in your broker because it could be in a different place. So this broker is at 0.6578 and mine is at 0.6579. Okay. So I'm okay with that. I'm looking to enter this trade on the buy stop at 0.6592. My stop loss is 0.6582. Yeah, if I pull back 10 pips, take me. I don't have time for this. And then my TP is 6602. Any questions about that? Ooh, we good? Y'all in there with me? Is my gold moving? Y'all keeping up with that? I'm gonna go to gold in a minute. I'm gonna do a JPY. Oh, that's why I'm on the wrong mouse. Let's look on this one. And I'm gonna kind of do gold, guys, and NAS. Oh, yes. Gold and NAS in between marking up the Forex pairs. Okay. Gold right now is giving me some sale vibes. And then I will get the yes. Well, it's crossing. It looks like it wants to buy up and sell, but it's moving slow. So we should be able to catch a point zone on gold in just a moment. So I have that up on my other computer. Okay. All right. Any questions about this one? Let me make sure. And I'm just pressing save, and you can do the same thing so that when you come back to your chart, you can see, right? Let's look at, does this theory work really quickly? Okay. Based off of the previous week. I'm sorry, my computer keeps freezing on levels. What are you doing, levels? Okay. So the previous week, it broke out for a sale. Okay. I'm going to stop this recording because I think it's slowing me down.
Recording stopped.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is, LA. It was doing the same thing to me earlier.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, what in the world? I don't have time for
It's
that.
moving like mud water.
So let's look at this one from last week really quickly. So here, this would have been the bottom of the box, right? And I'm just going to make the previous week purple. This would have been the bottom of the box. It's at 6605. Can somebody tell me the entry?
65.95.
Very good. 65.95 is going to be our entry. Where'd you go? Okay. 65.95 would have been the entry. Okay. And then our take profit would have been what? I need another line.
6585.
65.85. Okay. So I'm keeping this in red. All right. So if you look here, the bottom of the box is purple. All right. We're not getting in until 10 pips, which is this red line here. Okay. On which candle did we enter the trade? Anybody know? Did we get in on any of these ones where they kept pushing and pulling back and coming back up to the Monday box?
On the red candle.
on the red candle. Did the trade hit?
Yeah. And kept going.
Absolutely. It hit in before you could blink. Okay. Trade pushed all the way down. This is on a 15-minute chart. We could take it longer. It may have been 2 candles, but the trade hit. Okay. Even if it pulled back up, did it hit your stop loss at any point?
No, it did not.
It did not, because your stop loss is the top of the Monday box. Okay. So this is why we're using these numbers. All right. But sometimes the market does some wacky things. We know that. And so that's why we're going to just make sure we have a stop loss. So this market went ahead and shot down. If we measured our box, the distance of the Monday box, this thing went past that clearly. All right. It went past that and it came right here and then it turned around. And so that's what you should expect this week. It's quite consistent. So now what I'm going to do, this is breaking out for a buy. I'm going to measure this box for the distance of the Monday box, which is at about 324. Okay. I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to be conservative. And so I'm going to measure up 300. That's about 300. I'll probably go 315. Let's just take it right about in here somewhere. Okay, so I don't want to buy this higher than here. Okay, so that is my Monday box high. I don't want to buy it higher than that zone. Any questions about that? So when it buys up, I'm expecting it to buy here and more than likely tonight. Once it hits my first TP, if I see a candle form here, I can get in for another buy, okay, for another 10 pips. And then I'm done because I'm going to expect it to pull back to the Monday box. I don't want to get in it past that zone. Does that make sense? Talk to me. Mm-hmm. No, take it under. I'm not going the full amount. Uh-huh. Never over, always under. Mm-hmm. Right. That's a great way to put it. No, it depends on the distance of the Monday box. So my first TP is TP1 here. That's the distance that I know 9 times out of 10, all these trades gonna go 10 pips, right? That's my guaranteed money. Give me my guaranteed money. And then if I want to continue to scalp, this is gonna be my TP2, which is the distance of the Monday box. And that's it. I don't want to be greedy. I want to be in and out. That was a really good question. Does anybody else have a question? I mean, you may be thinking something and it could be valuable. I'm going to save that. Okay. So that is our AUD USD. And Pitmaster, what's our Forex pairs for the week?
Same ones, EJ, GJ, and UJ.
Okay, give me 1 second. And then I'll do those. Okay, so again, I'm going to do this one really quickly. I don't know what is slowing this thing down. Okay, so I'm going to do this one here. I'm marking the high, marking the mid. Okay. It's here. Now someone asked, this one, I don't know if it's going to break out for the buy and sell, and I really don't like to do my pending order to look like, that's going to break out for the buy. Pitmaster, what's the currency strength on AJ?
It is 57 over 51, so it's tight. It's consolidation.
It is, which is why it's right here. I'm gonna hold up on this one. Let me see if I can find a better one before I do that. You can do the pending order for the top and the bottom, but for in the interest of time, I just prefer to pick ones that are breaking out.
See what's close.
Something that has some more good strength on the currency strength meter. Okay, so you can always look for your Sydney pairs. Look for your Sydney pairs to break out first because we're in the Sydney session. Okay, now we're going into our Asian session. That is like a crossover between Sydney and Asian. So let's look at these really quickly and see who's ready to break out for us. Okay, again, these, and don't sleep on them because they don't look like it, but they will. Okay, so this is CHFJPY. And right now, I'm just going to mark my box and I will come back and do my pending orders. EJ was one that Pitmaster is recommending. And remember that these didn't break out till later in the week last week, which was fine, but they broke out, which is all that matters. And they went the distance of the Monday box.
And then some.
And let's just have a quick look, shall we? Okay. So as you can see, look at this. This took time to break out the Monday box. Okay. And here you can just look at these things like where you see these lines as you're breaking retest. One, this is your two. Boom, glory. That thing went, baby, all the way down. Doo-doo brown down. There's no way this thing was coming back in that Monday box, was it? That's another thing about your pending orders is that you can put it in more than once. Okay. You can put it in more than once, but you do not want to hold a trade until you see that break and retest. This is number one here. This is one. This is two for your break and retest. Once you have your two break and retest, then it will shoot. And then this is where the money is. This is incredible. Glory. Is this the one Babe did? Glory. I want in on this.
I'm not sure, but that's the one I said, LA, get AJ.
Glory. That one is lovely.
Yeah, that one actually went double the distance, LA.
Yeah, that one is lovely. I'll be
So it
waiting.
was like over 200 pips. Yeah. That one and GJ went over 300 pips.
And the thing
That
about
one,
these is they break out while you're sleeping. So you just don't want to miss it, right? You want to put it here and set some kind of alert. Well, no, when your trade hits, you should know that it's coming out. Once your trade hits, you should be able to hit on your trade 2 times. And then once you hit, because remember I said it's a break and retest 2 times. But this one right here, once your trade hit, let me see something. This one was at 70, right? So we would have went down to the, wait, it was at 70. We could go down to 60, would have been our entry right about here, would have been our entry. I would not have liked that wick. This may have wicked you in, may not have wicked you in. Some of them you got to make sure that they go more than 10 because you might have to get in out at 15. But when that hit that, when it went back in here, I would have been cool on that. I would have waited for this to come down here. And then if it would have kept going, I just would have kept going with it. I would have kept going. I would make sure that candle is forming. As long as that yellow EMA is on top, look how long that yellow EMA was on top. You could have rolled that all the way down. FYI, this is the 30-minute chart as well. So that might be something I might need to look at that right quick on the 30-minute chart. Okay, EJ, what's the other one? GJ, we're still rocking with GJ? GJ is still, they're consolidating, right? I just want to look at this on a 30-minute chart because I'm like, is it holding the cross longer on the 30-minute chart? Because that one almost looked like it. Yes, it is, friends. We always find the secret sauce. Okay. So on the 30-minute chart, it looks like when it crosses, that's pretty much the direction you can get excited about going in. Look at this. Look, that yellow is staying on top. That purple looked like it's coming out, but I wouldn't have cared because it's underneath the 50% line. So I definitely wouldn't have gotten that trade for a buy. And then your yellow is still on top. Let me go back and do some tests on that. Okay. I want to see that. All right. But here again, you got about 3 breaks before this went all the way down. So I highly recommend you look at your EMAs on a 30-minute chart. Okay. GBP JPY is consolidating. I am going to come back and do a pending order for this one. So let me just mark the top and high and low of the box. You want what?
We have one more day
One more day for what?
to go on our trip.
Nay, I told you we're going on a trip for New Year's Eve.
But Mom,
No.
Dad, we said one more week.
No, yeah, I said the week after Christmas. It's not right now, dear. Okay, mommy's teaching the class. Can we talk about it later?
I'm gonna bang you.
Okay, I'm aware. All right, give me a second, okay?
No, I want my mama. Hey, pineapple.
Oh man. I do. I'll be cracking up though. But yeah, she's gonna back test that 30-minute chart.
Oh God, she's like, oh, so but since you're teaching your class, I'll leave if we can go to Disneyland. Glory.
She's negotiating again.
Exactly. She thinks this is oh, this is a good one right here, guys. NZDJPY. Yes, I'm gonna back test this one on 30 minutes. So let me give you the pins in order for this one. Nay, close my door. Oh my gosh. These people be like, look, I don't care what you're doing. I got a need, and you're gonna have to supply it, boo. Okay, let's back test that 30 minutes on those EMAs, but I'm gonna give you this one because it's lovely. And it looks like it wants to break out for a buy, doesn't it? Okay, so we're marking the top of our box. Someone asked about JPY. JPY is only the two numbers, right? So 0.65. Somebody give me the entry quickly, please.
7.5.
Thank you. Only count by tens, friends. Okay, so that's 7.5. Gonna make it blue because blue should signal that it's a buy stop entry for you. Somebody else give me the TP. Do, 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 do.
85.
Thank you. All right, so this is that the trade. You can go ahead and put this one in. Okay, and so those are your TPs. Let me mark the low of the box. And let me mark the 50% line. NZDJPY Pitmaster does good quite consistently. I noticed that this one is paying. I'm always looking on Tuesday like, why did I not do a pending order for the NZDJPY? Can you tell me what the currency strength on that one is? And then let's go to our gold scanner. Okay, so let's look at this one again. Look. Listen, on that 30-minute chart, it's telling you it was yellow. You got a little bit of buy up. You could have got that buy money, right? But then it crossed. I wouldn't have held it.
64 over 36.
What day is this? December the 6th.
36.
What day was December the 6th? Was a Wednesday. Huh. I don't know. All I'm saying is I would pay attention to these EMAs on the 30-minute chart because they are telling you a story. They are. What did you say again, Pitmaster?
64 over 36.
No, that's not horrible. I think we'll get a breakout. Any questions about NZDJPY? That's going to be the last one that I'm going to mark for Forex, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to gold. Gold ain't moved, so you good. It's like ranging a tenth of a point.
I done marked most of these up too, just an FYI, for distance wise.
Yeah, let me get the distance on this one in case it wants to roll. And then let's check out gold on the Monday box too. So this one is about 993. So I'm personally only going to take NZDJPY is volatile, like US 30 volatile. I'm going to pay attention to this for about 900 pips. So this is going to be my Monday box high here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these numbers in for our trade. Somebody tell me what is the buy stop, please. Anybody, I'm available.
89,750.
89.75 is the entry. And the TP?
89,850.
89.85. And the stop loss, someone different. It's the red.
89,
65.
65. Okay.
Very good. There you go. All right. So that's our trade. I'm going to go ahead and put that in for NZD, JPY. So NZD, JPY, again, I'm reminding you that this one is volatile. And the buy stop is going to be 89.75. Stop loss is 89.65. TP is 89.85. Always double check your numbers. Current market is 89.48. All right. So we should be good to go on those. Okay. Now you can do this on any of these. You've got the formula. Go ahead and practice it on your favorite pairs. Okay. Now let's go over here to my best friend gold and let me look at NAS first. All right. See if NAS is. I heard NAS went the distance of the Monday box. Oh, you mean the distance
No.
of last week? Got it. But NAS is
No.
broken out for a buy.
I mean, yes, on NAS, yes.
Okay, so
NAS went the
NAS
distance.
is out of the Monday box. Now, indices are a little different. Okay, so on indices, I take 20 because they're volatile. Take 20, go 20. Okay, so right now, the entry on NAS it's at 458. So that's going to be 68 for entry. Okay, and then the TP. Okay. Okay. So we're going to go up here definitely. Oh, this is getting ready to activate. Okay. So this one, we just want to see a candle form here. If a candle forms, then we're looking to get in the trade. We really want to see that candle form more than anything. I don't like how that's looking weird to me. Okay. So I'm waiting for the candle to form on NAS. Question? Did someone unmute? Say that one more time. I think this is wrong. This one is 58.68. We should be getting this trade 20 at 78. So what? Say that one more time. Where did it go? Oh, those plus signs. You mean on there? Oh, it doesn't even matter, right? If I'm in this for a buy and I get one plus, I'm getting out that trade. Okay, that means get out. It don't matter if it's close or if it's high. When you see that plus, I would get ready to get out. But I'm always waiting for the market to do what before I get out the trade. Anybody?
Wait for the
Go
same
in
color
the
candle.
direction of your trade.
Yes, I'm waiting for it to shoot. I'm not getting out in the negative. I'm going to get out in a positive because this, no matter what this plus comes in, like this thing is starting to sell. I know that market's going to come back up here, right? And that's what it's literally doing right now. But just in case this market decides like it wants to go super crazy, I'm going to be preparing for exit. And then once it stabilizes, right, which is what it's doing right now, then I'll continue to ride it up for the buy. This one is at 78, 88. We would take this to 98, okay? Okay, so right about in there. And then let's measure the distance of NAS right now, which has got some great distance in it, right? And it always gives us that money. Okay, so this one is about 200. So I'm just going to measure from here to about 200. Okay. And so this is my distance of the Monday box. I'm not looking to buy it higher than here. This is going to be my high. Okay. All right. And so this is my pending order. And so this is a large gap, right? From here to here. And so I would just be looking for scalps here. I would be looking for scalps in here. Or if it looks like it's giving you your 2 break and retest, then you can hold it. Okay. So that's NAS. You do need to match the numbers on NAS to the numbers with your broker. Questions about that one? So this one right now is at 164.71. And I am at, did something activate? No, it's getting kind of close though. 164. Oh, I'm at 162, right? So you really have to measure this one. You gotta measure it. So what do? I measure right now from here to my entry, I would measure it. So from where the market is now to my entry, I push it up, it's about 10 pips away. Okay. So wherever my NAS is right now, I am going to, my market for my buy is at 255. So I'm looking to get in this trade at 266. Okay. And I know that my TP is 20 points. So for me, that would be 88. Okay. And then my stop loss is always the Monday box. And so I'm going to measure from the entry, which is the blue line, to the top of the Monday box. I'm going to set like a 18 to 20 point stop loss, your choice. I'm probably going to, on NAS, I'm going to do 20 from my entry. So my entry was at 66. I'm going to take that down to 44. Okay. So that's where I am because I don't have time to play with these trades. If it's not working, I would like to be taken out of the trade. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. I don't remember that was I put Monday box on here, huh? Didn't I? No, I didn't. Okay, I'll have to remeasure that in a minute. The only thing I'm going to check this one is on the 30-minute. And I just want to see, gold is busting out. Let's move to our gold scanner. Okay. I just want to see what happened the previous week. Sorry, I don't know why this thing keeps freezing. So again, as you can see from the previous week, we're looking at the EMA. But you know what? If you trade those EMA crosses, you should be good. Because you see here, it crossed to that buy, it shot up. Even though it pulled back, I will watch that. Yeah, I will watch that on NAS. Because it shot up high. It looks like when it crosses, it gives you a good shoot. But you still could have went down. Yeah, you would have been fine on a sale. I would just be mindful of large candles. And then this one here shot up for the buy. And then it pulled back. Ooh, and then it closed with that gap. That was ugly. Yeah, I wouldn't get in on the big candle, but you can watch it. Okay, let's do gold. That's going to be our last one, and we're going to be done. Okay, so we got gold now. Gold is selling. Gold is selling. Okay. So the bottom of the box on gold is at 75. Our entry would be 73. Okay. Our TP would be 71. Now I'm going to look at it on Aurora's and just kind of look at what the notes are. All right. Okay, so what I like about this is that you can see the zones. We were talking about this earlier. And people were like calling trades, and I'm like, it's on the chart. That's how they're calling it. Okay, so always look here for those of you who are new to Aurora's. This is our gold scanner, and I love it. Okay, here, this is your chart symbol, so you want to press this button to load your chart. This is a trade that's been called on the higher time frame, 2034. TP is 2010. This trade actually has already hit, so give this time to reset and the new trade will come out. It was 7 days ago, so a new one might come out tonight, okay? I'm going to drop down to the 15-minute chart. Woo, look at that drop. Glory. All right. And so I'm going to switch over here to the 5-minute chart. Okay. And what I like to personally do is I like to look at a blank chart first and see where is the current market. It's typically where all of the little candles are. Okay. So I'm going to put this one here. I'm going to put the other one kind of at the bottom. And I'm going to get a zone from that, right? So this zone right now is 82 to 83. 82 to 83, right? Because that's kind of where the market is. Go ahead and round it, whole numbers with gold, 82 to 83. Okay. So that's what we're looking at the current zone for gold, or we could go 82.5 to 83.5, whatever hits for you the best. When you see the pink candles, that's like your red candles. The market is going to push down. Your green candles, the market is going to push up. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and add step 5. When you add step 5, you're going to have all these red zones. The red zones are the zones you want to trade in. Now, the beautiful thing, let's go ahead and back test it. The beautiful thing about these red zones is that they're actually in 2 parts. Okay. If you go to the bottom, you can see. So right now, our current zones for gold, we're looking for gold to either go here, which is at about 1984. What? Okay, give me 1 second, please. 1984, and then the top is 1986. Okay, so this is a real zone, and you can break it in half. Okay, that's in the exact part. Okay, so you can break it in half. What is this week is 12/11. Okay, you can break it in half, and you can do 84 to 85 and 85 to 86. Okay, or you can do directly in the middle and do 83, right? I'm sorry, not 83. You can cut it in half to 84.5, and you can go to 1985.5. It's your choice. But when you're trading gold, try to trade gold in whole numbers or in a 0.5. Does that make sense? I hope that's not confusing you. What are you doing?
Climbing.
No.
I want a cow.
Here. You can cut the red box in half if you want to, right? You can go 84 to 85, or you can go 85 to 86, but make sure you're either doing a whole number or a 0.5. Sometimes I will go 84.5 to 85.5 and just take this middle area of the red zone. You can do the same thing with the black. The black is going to be a little bit more tricky, okay, as far as just like consistent movement. But when it goes into the red zone, 9 times out of 10, it will pass through that red zone. Okay. So you can see that happening here consistently breaking out, but it does hit those black areas. So you can use the black area as well as a zone. Okay. But the red ones are your zones as well. Any questions about how to get this on the chart? So the strategy that I'm using is gold watch, and I'm literally going to step 5. Okay. And I'm looking at this with Wolf Rush, and I do like to see the direction of the market. So if the direction of the market is a sale like it is right now, I'm probably going to go ahead and put in a pending order. What I realized today, it's really hard to put a stop loss in with gold because gold does stuff like this, right? It'll shoot up and then pull all the way back, right? Or when it originally broke out to come down, it'll push and then it'll pull back just as much, right? So let's say I got in this trade here at 81, right? The trade, it entered, but it pulled all the way back, but it still came to the TP, which is 78 or 79. I'm sorry. It still came to that TP. So that's why it might be better to do the 0.5 to get in a little bit more once the trade is done pushing and pulling. So just be mindful of the pullback on gold is the moral of the story, because it will pull back. It does not mean it's not going to hit your TP. It just means that it's going to pull back. So you might not want to get in directly, at the red. You might want to get in at that 0.5 area. The same thing that we do with the Forex pairs in the Monday box, because this is basically your boxes, your zones for gold. Are there any other questions I can answer about this? I know we're about 6 minutes over time, but I did want to share this with you. So I'm going to be looking at this tonight. Right now, I want to see if this is going to sell. Then I'm going to be looking to get in this trade here. And so let's just mark that really quickly. If we did the 0.5, that's at this one here, we could do 79.5. Oh, look, I did it. And we're going to go to 80.5. And so I hope this is making sense, right? So I'm saying that I'm going to trade inside of the zone so that when it comes in, hopefully I'm not dealing with all that pullback. Okay. So right now, if the market sells down, my pending order on gold is 1980.5 to 1979.5. Any questions about that? The only thing about gold is you do have to watch it. So to each his own for the gold lovers. And if not, you just don't trade at a high lot size because there is a push and pull. So you want to give it room to bounce. Okay, and then our pending order on gold is 1973 for the sell stop if it breaks out. Gold went all the way down there today. Am I looking? Is this right? Gold went to 1975 today.
Yep.
Where was I?
Sleep.
Clearly. Having some uncomfortable conversations with people. 1975. I'm just now realizing that. Hey, didn't somebody give us the number? 19. What was his number? 70 something. It was 70 something.
Mine was 76.
Yeah, Kenyatta.
Yes, Dr. Nikki did. What did I tell you?
Listen.
What did I tell you? And I was like, what? I said, I'd be like, what? When Kenyatta say these outrageous numbers and then the market go there and I'd be like,
on point.
Yo, let's look at them notes right quick. All right. So I'm looking to go from 73 to 71 on gold on a pending order. Any questions? You say, Yarnell, you had 76, but what was my
on
analysis?
Friday? On my call on Friday, remember I was showing you guys on levels, and I said this line right here is where it really wants to go, but I don't think it's going to go today. And it was 76, and it went today, but it didn't go Friday.
I think that is crazy.
Yep. It was
because
a line on
gold
levels
was
right
just
below
at
the box.
2027. How was you at 2027 in 1970 something in the same 5-day period frame? That's crazy. So that explains how volatile gold is. Okay, so you really, Really, really want to pay attention to that times 10. Let's see if it's going. It was 1979. So that'd be interesting. Well, it did come down. And he said sell it to 1979 and got paid if you listen to that. All right. Any questions? I don't recall it going to 2000. Oh, it did go to 2018 on Monday, right? What's the high? Was that
I
Sunday?
think it's 2032, I think might be the high. Or 47, somewhere in there. It's up there.
Mine is freezing. Let me see. The high is 2007.
Mm. What are you talking about?
But
Is
it
it what?
was at 2000. It was at 2018 last week. It was. That's wild. Very wild. Okay, very good. So it's like the higher it goes, the lower it's going to drop. So that's a note that we can make about gold. Okay. All right, everyone. I hope that was helpful. Does anybody have any questions before we hop off? You got some pending orders. You can go mark up your favorite pairs and get those in for the London session. All right. I hope that was helpful. If you think of something, let us know. We appreciate you, and we will be live on Wednesday morning. Okay. Tomorrow is orientation with Miss Berlin and Anita.